you spoke about, other sports. How do you all see what we start with the IPL transcend into an ISL, into a kabaddi, into a badminton? How do you look at that? Vineet, you want to take that?
Yeah, I can. Just to give you a quick heads up in terms of, so IPL definitely has opened up a lot of avenues and doors for the other sporting. I mean, we haven't seen any other sporting league, barring maybe an I League in 2006, but post 2008 is when the momentum picked up. So to give you a perspective, I mean, today only the sponsorship market after 12 years of IPL is grown to about 9,100 crores kind of a level, of which almost about 85% is still cricket. So which means if you have to give a number story, only 15% of the entire sponsorship pie gets uh, distributed in the emerging sport economy, which includes football, badminton, tennis, or whatever you may want to call. So in my view, while cricket will continue to push the envelope and continue to grow, I think the story needs to emerge from the 15% standpoint in terms of how bigger that pie of that 15% grows over time. And no sooner that happens, then India possibly can truly emerge as a sporting nation. So the story needs to be built around emerging sports. Cricket obviously is going to be where it is because it's the biggest sport. It's like a religion in the country. So no points for that. But I think that 15% needs to grow up.
And it's a journey, but I'll say that, that 15% 10 years ago was 5%.
Right.
And
Or maybe
pie,
lesser, Gautam.
maybe even
lesser.
lesser. And the pie was smaller. Now the overall pie has increased and emerging sports has become almost 15%, right? So if you take a 5-10 year view here, hopefully it'll be closer to 30% of an even bigger pie, right? So I think that's where hopefully the future goes.
Yeah, I mean, I was reading some data which was suggesting that the ISL had broadcast numbers, viewership numbers go up by as much as 50% in 1920. It's another story that they'll have to do it in Goa in an enclosed stadium, without spectators this year. But things are changing, and the pie is growing.
I can, like, since we pick Vineet's brains all year round because of the continuous schedule between once IPL gets over, Kabaddi usually starts, and then you follow it with our football league. We're definitely seeing, while that pie, as from a percentage perspective, is only 15%, the number of brands that are now open to looking at other sports has definitely increased. And I think they're starting to see and get comfortable with looking at other sports and the value that it is bringing. Maybe geographically, maybe different target audiences, maybe different times of the year that they get to use sport as a marketing tool. So, and we're also starting to see a lot of brands that were associated with our cricket team or get introduced to us because of cricket now wanting to jump onto the kabaddi team or to the football team later in the year. So from our perspective, we definitely a lot more positives. I remember having a conversation way back with Vineet where I was like, man, there are only 30 brands that invest in sport. How are we going to service these 3 teams? It's so difficult. But luckily, more and more people are warming up to association with sport. And I think, yes, Kabaddi has been the number 2 sport from a league perspective for a while now. And there are brands that actually focus on it and want to use it as a medium. So slowly those numbers will increase. And I think it's only positive signs.
So I'll make 2 points to just build on what Mustafa said. One point is about that 30-40 corpus of about 30-40 brands moving up to about 80 and 100, and that's the trend we are seeing over the last 4 or 5 years for sure. And it's no prizes to guess why is it. I'm again going back to my point that because people have realized that sports has become the only medium of engagement today from a digital and television standpoint, because it's the only medium which offers you a guaranteed appointment viewing. And no matter how small the base is, you are assured of a threshold of viewership on that particular day. Going by that logic, I mean, and I just build on So the way we look at numbers for the emerging sport economy, Mrunmay, is not about the viewership. We don't care about the viewership to start with, because we are calling them emerging sports. We call it, we look at the reach numbers. And I think Star, we have to give them full credit to it in terms of the way they have navigated the entire broadcast model and helped grow the emerging economy pie in terms of making sure it reaches to as many people as possible in their comfort of language, the entire regional play, the entire reach game. So it's more of a reach story to us and not so much of a rating story at this point in time. And that are the two positives that I take from the emerging sport economy. And that actually has helped the number grow from maybe a less than 5 to a 15%. And obviously, unfortunately, 2020 has been an outlier year, but going forward, we will definitely see that number going up.
We lost your last sentence, Vineet.
Okay, so I was saying that while in the last 10 years, before 10 years, I mean, the 5% was a really small number. It has actually got us to the level of 15%, and maybe 2020 being an outlier year, we are hoping that 21 onwards, it will again go on the upward trajectory.
Yeah, I'd actually, sue in what Mustafa was saying about emerging sports and larger number of brands getting into the pool of, looking at sporting opportunities. What you are suggesting in terms of Star creating opportunities to reach larger number of people, a sport like Kabaddi has become ingrained from an audience perspective. And then what Manish was suggesting in terms of models where digital models and real sport models getting integrated to get larger communities, create communities, build business models, I think is something that is here to stay. What is your point on that, Manish?
I think, see, I remember 3-4 years back, 4-5 years back, I was talking to Sanjay Gupta, and he was talking that golden age of sports has just begun in India. It's really, really beginning. And I believe that both your traditional sports, your OTT platforms of live streaming, your advertisers pie, and the whole esports piece, virtual sports, all of it is going to grow. And it's not that it's an either or discussion at all, in my opinion. It's a discussion that we are looking at almost 600-700 million sports fans in India alone, and their engagement and their time, they will be spending a lot of amount of time on consuming this content, whether they are watching it, whether they are playing along watching, or they are playing and derivative of that. Because in gaming, one of the things which we have seen is people pick up games which are easy to understand, which are easy to pick up and play. And if you are already, you've been playing cricket on your gully cricket, or you've been playing soccer, and for you, you don't have to learn mechanics, you don't have to learn formats, you don't have to learn how to play it. You can just pick up a mobile game and start playing it. And then it's the whole hierarchy of enthusiast and mature professional players and the whole ecosystem, which I think Gautam was talking about. When money comes into it, you will have game houses, you will have coaches, physical health, mental health, all of that will happen in the virtual sports, which we have been really building it for last 3-4 years. But it is just what I say, it's a trailer picture abhi baki hai from that point of view. And we are just beginning. And I believe that the whole virtual sports, physical sports coming together is a journey we are just starting, and it's a beautiful, exciting adventure. All of us are privileged to be building and laying the foundation today.